welcome to another battle report. This is game 5 of the SCGT tournament. I attended in the UK. Great tournament. First day was amazing, get 2 win, 1 loss. Second day started bad with a loss, but a loss with a big mistake on my part, so can't really feel down about that. It's just upsetting when you know you make a big mistake and you get to carry on. So next game I'm facing High Elves again. Yeah, High Elves. I'm okay with High Elves. You know, it's not bad. A bit tougher list, I guess, to fight against. Comp 3, but let's see what he's got. So for this battle, my opponent has a lot of special troop choices, or rare and special choices. So I decide to go ahead with Surgical Strike, which, if I destroy more special and rare choices from than my opponent at the end of the game, then I pass the mission. So it should be okay to do. I mean, the ball thrower are special or rare, I forgot, but they're one of the two, so they would count towards that. And I don't have that many specials. I've got 2 specials and 2 rare, so it's possible, it's doable, and I think I've got the tools to do it. For my spells, I get Awakening on the Woods on my level 1 of life, Whistle Wild Form for the level 1 of Beast, and the Enchantress gets Throne of Vines, Regrowth, the Dwellers Below, and Flesh to Stone. So pretty good spells. I'm looking forward to cast some magic in this game. My opponent gets Arcane Forging, Apotheosis, Hand of Glory, and Drain Magic from the Law of High Magic. The deployment chosen, I believe my opponent won the roll, is Battle Line, and then I decide to go first to deploy. From the top there you get a unit of Knight of the Realm with the Enchantress, the BSB Paladin, and another BSB. Next to the tower is my unit of 10 archers with the Damsel of Beast. Behind them is my first trebuchet. Then you have my lance of 9 Knight Errant with the Damsel level 1 of life with Awakening of the Woods. They place like this to soak up the hits from the bow thrower in case he shoots at them. The second trebuchet is on the hill, and I apologize, the Damsel is not with the archers, she's hiding there to provide support to the Questing Knights, which are on the bottom there of the screen, and the Pegasus Knights. My opponent's deployment, from the left, he's got a unit of 15 Silver Helms with 3 characters in there. I believe his general is in there as well. A unit of archers behind the hedge there. 15 of them. A unit of Phoenix Guards, 15 of them with his level 4 and I believe his BSB. 5 Rivers, 3 bow thrower in the back. A unit of Sisters of Avalon next to the building there, and then a unit of Silver Helm, 5 of them to the right with a hero attached. Reroll for Vanguarding, I win. I proceed to move my Pegasus Knight on the right there with an angle to charge his small unit of Silver Helms or move above them next turn to get to the bow throwers. My opponent's move is unit of Rivers straight ahead in front of my Knight Errants. There's no charges. In my movement phase I reform the Knight Errants so the lance is facing the Rivers that just moved up from Vanguard. I then move up my unit of Knight of the Realm with the Enchantress right of the tower so I can have line of sight for my spells. Speaking of, I get to cast Whistle Wild Form on the Questing Knights. I cast Flesh to Stone on the Fey Enchantress. The Chalice gets me Thunderbolts, which I throw at the Silver Helms and cause a wound. And I try to cast Awakening of the Woods on the Rivers with the level 1 of life, but get dispelled. In the shooting phase, my first trebuchet tries to hit the Silver Helms but cause no wound. Didn't hit. The second trebuchet tries to hit the Silver Helms Knight on the right there on the picture and get 2 hits and 2 wounds. High Elf turn 1, he darts or zooms these reavers, as you can see there, past the knight errant. I forgot to mention his eagle. His eagle is there and shafts my knight errant up. He moves his... what did he move? Yeah, he moved his silver helms over there. I believed he was setting up for a counter charge in case I get into the eagle and then overruns. He then proceeds to move his Sisters of Avalon into the building. Thanks to the power of the Fey Enchantress, he gets 7 dice and I get 7 dice as well. He is trying to do Hand of Glory on the archers and dispel it, and then he's trying to do a Soul Quench and dispel that as well, so I negate completely his magic phase, which is quite a feat against High Elves. In the shooting phase, the archers cause 1 wound to one of my trebuchet, and his unit of reavers is trying to kill the trebuchet, but get nothing. His 3 bolt throwers hit at the Knight Errant unit of 6 there, you can see on the right, cause 2 wounds. Cause a panic check, which I fail, which isn't good. Then the hero character in the unit of silver helms, or the 3 silver helms remaining, uses the a reaver bow or something on the questing knight and cause 2 wounds, but they are saved, thank God. And that's a blurry picture of the knight errants failing their panic check and running away, and they're so fast that the picture is blurry. Bretonnia turn 2. I charge the Knight Errant into the eagle. I move up my Knight of the Realm with my big bus of characters around the left of the tower. So I said on the right, but no, it couldn't because of the archer. So they went on the left previous turn, and this turn they move forward. They're in range of everything for Dwellers Below, for example, and the Chalice for another example. I forgot to mention, the Knight Errants that fed last time made their rally check and move forward towards the trebuchet to provide some support against the reavers that are lurking around. On the right, I move my peg knights like so, thinking that they're gonna provide some cover to the questing knights, which I move like so as well. The idea is there is to take care of that unit of silver helms with the hero with the nasty bow. If I get them, then should be able to get the peg knights into the bolt throwers or his archers or even his Sister of Avalon. They are also a special, I believe, a special choice from his army list. In Magic Phase, I get 12 dice, which is pretty cool. I cast Awakening of the Woods on the reavers there, cause a wound. I use a Chalice and get Wind Blast, which I cast on the Phoenix Guard, and they move 3 inches back. I failed to cast Within the Wild on the Peg Knights, and I get 23 for Dwellers Below, which on the Silver Helms, which would have been great, but he scrolled it. Unfortunately, I did not cast the double 6. In the shooting phase, the Bowman killed 3 reavers, and that was pretty unexpected. I'll take it. The first trebuchet misfires, the second trebuchet scatters. In combat phase, the Knight Errant killed the eagle. Big surprise. High Elf turn 2, and of course his silver helms charge. My Knight Errant lands right in the front there. I'm hopeful if I can hold him for 1 turn, I could charge him in flank with the Fey Enchantress unit. His small unit of silver helms, the remaining 3 plus the hero, charge the Pegasus Knight and can make it. I thought I closed the access with the questing knights, but clearly not. His unit of 2 reavers move around and sit behind the silver helms. I think they want to be in cover from the bowman. His unit of Phoenix Guards move up. His unit of archers move up, and his unit of Phoenix Guards move towards the Pegasus Knight and the Questing Knight. For Magic Phase, we get 7 dice each again. Thank you, the Fey Enchantress, and thank you, the channel dice. He casts Apotheosis on the general and let it go. It casts Hand of Glory on his archers, and I dispel it. In the shooting phase, his archers and I believe his reavers finish my trebuchet. One of his bolt throwers shoots at the small unit of Knight Errant and cause a wound, and they save it. According to my opponent, the Pegasus Knights here do not provide any cover to my Questing Knights, and a bit puzzled about this. He tells me it's because they're flying and they are skirmishers, so they don't provide cover. However, when they combat, they form up, they regroup to form a solid rank, so or at least a column in this case. But anyway, I let it go. His 2 bolt throwers and the sisters cause 2 wounds to the Questing Knights. In combat, the Pegasus champion declares a challenge, the hero declines. Nothing happens, we lose by 1 because of the charge and the banner, but the Pegasus Knights stick. In combat, the Knight Errants, it's not their day. The Silver Helms, the Lord causes 3 hits, kills 1, the BSB gets to go and kills 2. The unit kills a lot more. In the end, I have 2 out of the 9 remaining in the unit, plus the damsel. That's not good. I fail my break check. I run. The unit standard bearer is killed, of course, but they flee from the Silver Helms. So I guess, I'll take that. But that's a shame. I was really hoping for that unit to sustain the charge for at least this turn, and next turn I had some support and some big one as well. He then reforms. It does not overrun. He reforms because I need Snake Eyes to rally. He reforms and face the Fey Enchantress. Bretonnia turn 3. The Questing Knights charge the side of the small unit of Silver Helms. Unfortunately, it's the hero. And I'm really stuck there. I need to get through to get these bolt throwers. I need to get through and maybe get the sisters. I need to get through, and being held by 3 models is really annoying, especially after toughness 3. In my movement, so you will see that there are 2 rivers middle of the screen. In fact, my opponent changed his mind at the end of, or before the end of his movement phase. Instead of putting the rivers to the right of the Silver Helms, as they were on my last picture, he decided to move them and put them in front of my Fey Enchantress unit. Clever enough, to stop it from charging his Silver Helms. So what I have to do this turn is move around into the forest. If he moves these guys into the forest, he'll have to take dangerous terrain. I just moved the unit. I did not march, so no dangerous terrain. In magic phase, I get 10 dice, I get 5. I cast Wisdom Wall from the Peg Knights, and I believe that's about it. Everything else is he's a very clever player. He knows how to shut me down. He's dispelling Throne of Vines. I'm not gonna risk it on the Fey Enchantress in my main character Lance unit without Throne of Vines. Oh, I'm not gonna try Dwellers Below without Throne of Vines, sorry. So very well played from his part. In the remaining of the turns, he will dispel Throne of Vines with all the dice he's got. So I think the Chalice didn't do anything, or it was Wind Blast, which is irrelevant. And I forgot to mention the Knight Errants who were fleeing did not rally. But oh yes, I did pass. That's what I did. I did throw a regrowth on the unit, so 2 models were back. That means that more than 25% of the unit was on, and they rally, which is great. Felt pretty clever about the trickness there, or the trickiness, I should say. But yeah, that's a good use of regrowth. So in the shooting phase, one of my trebuchets gets a direct hit on the Silver Helms, and that's great. Strength 10, I kill 1, and then he rolls 6 save with -2, so that's disappointing. In combat phase with a small unit of Silver Helms plus a hero, the hero that declined previous turn declares a challenge, and of course where he is, if I accept with the Peg Knights, then I can't hit him with the Questing Knights, which is really annoying. So I accept the challenge with my Questing Knight Paladin, and he takes a wound for his trouble. The Knight gets a wound from the Pegasus champion, and we end up with a draw. And that's when I realize I forgot that the Questing Knights had the War Banner, +1 to combat resolution. So there you go. I would have won this one. So instead of winning by 1 with my musician, I would have won by 2, and I think he rolled pretty high. He rolled 7, so he probably would have failed this turn. But hey, never mind. Things you learn. Don't forget what you put in your list. And this here must be a picture of the saves from his hero against the Questing Knights hits plus his horse, I assume. Of course, at the end of combat, the Pegasus Knights reform so they can hit the Silver Helms unit. High Elves turn 3, he shuffles around his units, moves his Silver Helms to the left flank of my Fenchant first unit and moves his Rivers in front so I cannot move, so he's trying to chaff me up. He moves his Phoenix Guards, or at least he reforms them so they face pretty much the whole battlefield. I don't think the archers move. In Magic phase he gets 7 dice and I get 7 as well. He decides to go 6 dice and Arcane and Forge on my BSB, who only has a magic weapon. He fails to wound, so therefore he fails to destroy the item. He loses 1. He's very lucky though. He loses 1 Phoenix Guard only, and his Wizards takes a 1. I got lucky, he got lucky, so we even. In the shooting phase, his archers shoot at my big lance of Night Errants, which had the damsel. Kill the damsel, kill the regrow model, and makes me do another panic test, which I fail again, and the poor guy moves back all the way up there. He's still on the table, but I'm gonna need either to commit the dice to do regrowth, which is probably gonna dispel, to get the unit back on the table, or to keep the unit on the table. Otherwise, I'm gonna lose these points. His bolt thrower then proceeds to shoot at the unit of 6 Knight Errants, or well, 4 at the start of the turn. They kill 3, cause a panic check, which I fail, and the remaining model flees this way, which wouldn't be the standard bearer, it would be the champion engine. In combat phase, yeah, my paladin and his hero just fisticuffs, nothing happens, which is really annoying. My paladin is quite tough, you know, but yeah, nothing happens. And the Pegasus Knights don't do enough. In fact, the Pegasus champion takes a wound for his trouble. And I kill, I think, 1 of his Silver Helms Knights, so he's got the standard guy left, and he sticks, and again I forgot the war banner. So yeah, my fault. So he's holding his well, my right flank basically with that unit of that Chaffee unit of Silver Helms. He's killing. Well, yeah, that shouldn't have happened. Maybe I should have committed more on that flank initially, but all the trebuchets on that unit of Silver Helms. I thought, you know, the Questing Knights, the Combat Res, the Peg Knights, the spells support by the Damsel, and of course I had the unit of 6 Knight Errants would do the trick, but clearly not. So yet for another round of combat. And we go to turn 4. My big lance of Knight Errants do not rally and are off the table, so that's a lot of points for my opponent. The unit of 6 Knights of the Realm do not rally as well and run off the table. I'm a bit fed up of being shafted up, so what I do with the Knight of the Realm, I move them backward enough, so if he has to take a charge, he will have to do so in the front and not on my flanks, which is great. As well, it allows my bowman to have a straight line of sight. Magic phase is irrelevant. I try to cast the elves below, but it gets dispelled. I believe I put everything into the Knight of the Realm, but I scatter away or I misfire, and I don't get through with the archers. In combat, again, terrible rolls. I cannot get any wound through. He gets a wound onto my my Peg champion, which is annoying. He loses. I forgot the war banner again, and he sticks on something like 7. Oh yeah, and of course that means that my paladin didn't do anything this turn either. I have turn 4, he charges his Silver Helms to the front of my Knight of the Realm. I'm okay with that. He moves up his Silver Helms. I think he's trying to get his mage in range to try to nuke my big unit if he stays alive. In Magic he casts Arcane Forging. I use a Silver Scroll, and the wizard takes another wound. He's level 4, so I got 3, unfortunately. He casts Hand of Glory and gets +1 weapon skill on his Silver Helms. In the shooting phase, his archers snipe the damsel on foot. Poor damsel. And he reavers shoot at the bowman and cause a wound. In combat with the questy knights, the paladin in a challenge with a hero still cannot get through. The hero rolls saves like a boss, or the paladin fluff, I forgot, it was so long ago. The knight cause 2 wounds and kill a Pegasus, and the Pegasus don't do anything. We do win by 2 because of the ranks and the banners, but he sticks and rolls a 7, and I remembered the war banner this turn, so gave him some minus, but he sticks on a 7. Then we do the combat with the Enchantress. I don't think much happens. I kill a few, he reforms. I think he loses the last remaining guy from the rank. His hero or his lord or his general is very killy but doesn't get through anything. So we stick. And unfortunately we dragged on for so long, so the choices what to do, discussion rules, cover, no cover, dispel dice, don't dispel dice, move the rivers, don't move the rivers, move my Knight of the Realm, don't move. Anyway, that's the end of the game. We ran out of time and we need to go into our last game. It was interesting game because there was a lot of things that should have happened that did not. And I really wish I had the support from my Knight of the Realm on the right hand side, and I wish the Trebuchet got through a bit more wounds, or the Silver Helms felt their wounds. But kudos to my opponent, dispelling Throne of Vines every single turn really shut my ability to cast Dwellers Below, or my will to cast Dwellers Below, because of the impending doom of double sixing. Yeah, I think, forgetting the war banner cost me 2 turns and possibly the game. I would have got through on the right flank there. I would have got my mission, and then I would have provided support to his to my Knight of the Realm. The idea there was either to commit the Questy Knights into the Sisters for a turn, killing them, and then going back to help, or help directly the Knight of the Realm and sandwich the Silver Helms, maybe the archers. Yeah, going to the archers would be good. Avoiding the Phoenix Guards, don't need them. But if I would have killed 2 bolt throwers, maybe the Sisters and his units, and maybe, well, I cannot maybe, but and get a spell through, it would have been a different game. But that's the game, he played very well his army. I did a lot of good saves myself, so I can't complain. It was a shame to fail this panic test so early in the game. It was a shame to fail so many saves against the Silver Helms with my big lance of Knight Errants at the start there with Damsel. He would have probably changed the game, but yeah, a lot of changes. So a good game because nothing was set. However, there was a trend going on, especially on the right flank there, which really was frustrating. But hey, sometimes you fluff, sometimes you get through. I fluffed. And you will see a perfect example on to game 6. So hope you enjoyed this game. In the end, I should say. So my opponent won, of course. He won, he got 800 victory points, and I get 156. So not too big. In terms of mission, he had mission number 5, which is the Gauntlet. So have more non-fleeing units than your opponents in their deployment zone. So he had absolutely nothing, unfortunately. So he failed his mission, I failed my mission. I didn't kill enough of his specials. But yeah, a small win in terms of victory points, but still a win for my opponent. It was very friendly, very cool. I guess, you know, we were going about our games the way we did. There's a lot of phases from both sides, a lot of magic, a lot of things to consider. So it was interesting. It was very interesting. Thank you to my opponent. I hope you enjoyed the game, and see you on to the next game.